In a CBS News exclusive interview, we are hearing from the family of a Boeing whistleblower who was found dead earlier this month. John Barnett, a former Boeing employee, had been giving evidence in a whistleblower lawsuit against the company. A coroner says he died from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. It comes as Boeing's safety practices have come under new scrutiny due to a series of recent midair incidents. Mark Strassmann spoke with Barnett's mother and brother, and he's in Charleston, South Carolina. Mark, good morning. We're learning a lot about Mr. Barnett.
Good morning, Vlad. We are learning a lot. John Barnett was the quality manager for Boeing and the type of guy who had no problem speaking up when something was wrong. And for that, his whistleblower lawsuit claims the company retaliated against him.
He never wanted to try to bring Boeing down or hurt him. That was the least of his agenda.
Vicki Stokes' son, John Barnett, spent more than 3 decades working at Boeing.
Initially, he loved Boeing.
Yes.
Rodney Barnett says his brother John became concerned when he transferred to Boeing's South Carolina plant in 2010.
What kind of problems did he tell you that he noticed in the factory?
Quality issues, procedures that wasn't being followed, shortcuts that was trying to be taken.
Barnett claimed he was retaliated against for speaking up. He left the company in 2017.
He didn't go into a lot of detail, but I know he was like embarrassed at meetings. He would be called out.
Was his treatment at work, did it wear on him?
Oh, yes. That would wear anybody down after, I don't know whether it's 7 or 8 years.
In a whistleblower lawsuit, Barnett alleged a litany of safety concerns: titanium shavings falling into electrical wiring, defective oxygen tanks, and managers urging him to cut corners. Robert Turkowitz and Brian Knowles represent Barnett.
The retaliation John faced was something he endured constantly.
He wasn't trying to hurt Boeing, he was trying to save Boeing. He saw this coming, and he said at some point, this is all going to come down on Boeing.
In recent months, Boeing has grappled with questions about its safety culture, specifically repeated problems with its 737 MAX planes, including the mid-flight blowout of an Alaska Airlines door. Barnett worked on a different plane, but raised similar concerns.
What was his reaction to those headlines?
It wasn't joyful, I can tell you that. The whole thing was the flying public. He had their back. All these times, he's had their back trying to stand up, get safety concerns straightened out.
Earlier this month, Barnett was found dead in his truck from what the coroner says was an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Do you believe this was a suicide?
The investigation is going on right now, and yeah, we're not going to go to that. We're going to wait and see what the investigation brings out.
Do you blame Boeing?
I think if this hadn't have gone on so long, I'd still have my son. My sons would still have their brother, and we wouldn't be sitting here. So in that respect, I do.
Barnett's family intends to carry on his whistleblower lawsuit against Boeing.
What is his legacy?
That Boeing changes and makes things right in their factories, builds the planes that we're used to Boeing flying.
That's all they wanted, just the safety of the public.
In a statement to CBS News, Boeing said, "We are saddened by Mr. Barnett's passing, and our thoughts are with his family and friends." One final point, and this is important. The company has said in the past that it both reviewed and addressed the quality issues Barnett raised before he retired. Tony?
Mark, thank you very much. That's what Boeing says. There are other people who say if Barnett had truly been listened to, all those passengers who went down on the MAX jets that crashed would still be here, and Barnett himself might still be here.
You know what? When they said that that Barnett was trying to save Boeing, I also think he was trying to save the millions of people all around the world who get on Boeing planes every single day.
Yeah, we want to fly without fear.